Well, good morning. I figured I haven't done an everyday makeup drawer, and I keep meaning to do one. Like, I'd planned to do one in November, then November was gone. And I really don't know why, because I love doing these, but I figure, why don't I just do it here in my Vlogmas so you guys can actually see it? Because the odds are it's going to change again in like a week, you know? Like, I like to empty it out and change it every few weeks, really. So I'll kind of quickly go through it. It probably won't be as long as like a normal everyday makeup drawer. So a lot of just new stuff I'm trying. So like the NYX Très Jolie liner, some favorites that I love, my Voluminous Lash Paradise. Again, some more favorites. The NYX Epic Liner is my favorite liner. A lot of e.l.f. products I'm trying over the next month. The Pro Eyeshadow Primer I like. The waterproof gel eyeliner from e.l.f. I don't know. I'm kind of realizing I don't think it swatched well, but upon trying it, I don't know that it's very good. But again, I'm continuing to try it. e.l.f. Brow, their Volume Plumping Mascara, lip gloss, and then this is the Pop Matte from Clinique in shade number 1. I've used it once, but my lips were really dry the time I used it, and it looked crazy. So I need to make sure my lips are exfoliated and not dry the day that I want to wear that. My Pretty Vulgar brow pencil is what I've been wearing exclusively in my brows for like 2 months. I really like it. So my favorite gel liner, the Ulta Gel Eyeliner. This is that Tarte Poreless Primer that Tati swears by. I'm trying out. Actually, I want to use that today. My brand new repurchased IT Cosmetics Celebration Foundation Illumination. I have it in Fair. It's a powder foundation. I freaking love this stuff. It's the best stuff I've ever found. It's worth the price every single time. My Tarte highlighter I was recently talking about in Stunner. This is a Model's Own kind of cream bronzer. I'm trying the Fenty Beauty primer, the La Mer foundation. This moisturizer I've showed in some other Vlogmases, the Soap & Glory Speed Plump. It smells really good. I've been liking so far. Again, the Derma E Radiant Glow Face Oil, the e.l.f. Beauty Shield Serum. I wore this yesterday, the Revolution Matte Blush. Oh, Jessica. In Beloved. It's really light. Let me see if I can try to swatch it. One-handed is always weird. But it's pretty. If you've got really deep skin, no way. I mean, it's going to look really ashy on you. And like, I feel like it's kind of borderline for me, and I'm pretty fair. So anyway, the Stellar Blush, I haven't actually tried. It's in the shade Flare. They recently sent me a bunch of stuff. The Fenty Beauty Highlighter Duo or their Kilowatt Highlighter in Lightning Dust and Fire Crystal. This was about the only one when I looked at it online that seemed like it could be shades I'd actually wear, because obviously other ones are just meant for different skin tones. So I think if you're similar to mine, I've been wearing this subtle one way more often. I call it subtle. I mean, it's still a highlighter, but like this one over here has more of a shimmer quality to it. They're really pretty, honestly, genuinely. Okay, that was too much, redundant. Anyway, but again, continuing to try. The Tarte Blush in Risque is really pretty. And then I've got my little e.l.f. Best Friend Duos I've been trying. Tea for Two is my favorite. I've been wearing that alone. And then this is one of their trios in Rosé All Day. And then back here, I've just got the Stila eyeshadow palette I was showing in yesterday's vlog. Let me see if I can open it. What is it called? Like Soul. Eyes are the window to the soul. I really, really like it. Like a lot. And then my Physicians Formula Little Shadow Quad in Classic Nudes. I'm continuing to try. I've got a Stellar Primer and Foundation I'm trying. This is my miscellaneous. Like, I'm trying out the Ulla Henriksen Truth Serum that people love. Got lip balms. My eye cream from Volition. The Helix AM PM Eye Gel. Got some more skincare, my Origins Original Skin Matte Moisturizer, my foundation brush from Clinique. This is new to me. It's from, I don't know what the CM stands for, but they recently sent it to me, and it's a, let me see if I can take this off, foundation, like, it vibrates. You probably can't hear that. And you just, like, rub it on your skin. It actually worked really well the first few times I tried it, so I want to try it again, because I'm like, what? Like, I did not expect that to work. And then, like, my little Sephora color switch thing. So that's really everything in here this time around. Like I said, some of these I've started to really get a feel for, so I'm kind of ready to switch some things out. You'll notice I really don't ever put a lot of lip products in these, because when I'm genuinely wearing a lip product, it's usually the weekend or after work, because the products I wear to work, I usually have like in my purse or I just leave at work. And so I just have separate drawers for that. But anyway, yeah. All right, how do I get it so that you guys can see? Here we go. I have half my face done and half not with foundation. And this is kind of what I mean. Like, you can see some red splotchiness on this side. You can still see a little bit. And I guess, like, when I was talking about, like, not wearing foundation a lot, I know it resonated with a lot of you guys because it resonated with me because of someone else talking about it. But, like, it doesn't make that much of a difference. And when you're putting, like, a whole mask over your face, depending on your skin problems, because obviously some of us have skin problems that are, you do want to cover. I mean, I totally get that. And there are days that I do. Like today, even this redness, I'm like, I want to cover that. I've got like veins you can see, you know what I mean? But I'm using this Stellar foundation. I'm trying it out. Of course, it doesn't say the name of it literally anywhere. But it does kind of even it out. But I will say with this foundation, it's much more of like a light to medium coverage, clearly. But it does at least even it out, and I don't feel like it's quite as much of a mask. So like those foundations that are really high coverage, like even like the Revlon Color Stay, that's one of my original favorites. But even when I put that on, I don't even think I own it currently, just kind of by happenstance, like it had gotten old and I just haven't repurchased it. But even ones like that, like it really is more of a mask on your face. And even though, you know, I can look at it in a close-up mirror and be like, wow, this looks so flawless and nice. But I know that when I'm in other kinds of lighting, how it looks. I know that it looks dry in certain areas, or it looks just not as natural. And I don't know. So I'm still playing with it. And like I said, I'm never going to stop wearing foundation. I do love it. And there are times in my life that I do want that kind of a coverage. But I'm just trying to be more aware of how it makes my face look to other people, not just to me and not just to people that love makeup, but to everyone else in the world. Because we are a weird, you and me, we are a weird subset of people that we just love makeup and we can't explain it. It just is what it is. But yeah, it's my 2 cents today. I'll check back in a little bit. Happy Thursday. Okay, a little sidebar. So the NARS, really expensive. I say this because I was upset that I spent the money. Soft Matte Complete Concealer. A lot of people like, and I'm like, what? So I bought it, trying it. Hold on, how am I going to open this? I'm trying to hold it. Okay. Oh, man, that was a talent. Okay. So it's a really, like, dry, I mean, it kind of comes off creamy. Did I say I'm in this shade Chantilly? I probably could have gone to the next shade up, which is what? Vanilla? Anyway, but I bought Chantilly, don't know why. And I've been using it just as an eye primer. Like, do you see how it canceled out like tons of color? And I did it yesterday and I was like, that was good. Like it worked really, really well. And the thing about this is it's just a little bit too dry for my under eye. I mean, I don't know how else to describe that. It just is. I feel like I'll get it on and I'm like, okay. And then I'll start to blend it, whether it's with a brush or my finger. It doesn't really blend with a beauty blender because of its consistency. It's just not meant to be blended. I've tried it and I'm like, ooh, no. Anyway, I just never really liked the way I feel like it definitely accentuates my fine lines. Anyway, so I'm like, well, what am I going to do with this? I can't, I can pass it on to a sister, but I can't like pass it on to you guys. It's definitely been used with my little finger going in there. So I started using it as an eye primer and it really does work pretty well. So I'm using it again today. I'm going to just keep doing it, but I'm trying to think of a video like if I did one that's like products I use in ways they're not meant to be used or something. Can you guys help me think of a clever title? Now I've got to figure out what other products do I use in ways that you're not meant to. But I thought that'd be so fun. I mean, this is like the front runner. This is the one so far. But I'm sure there are other products I use in, for different purposes on my face than what their initial intention was. You know what I'm saying? So let me know if you can think of that. And I'm just curious, do you guys use any other product? That might inspire me maybe to try some other products in different ways. And I just think it's a great way to use up products that you don't really like. Okay, so here's another example. There are certain bronzers I'll use like for crease shades in my on my eye, or highlighters I'll use as eyeshadow. I've used eyeshadow as highlighters. So maybe that, now the wheels are turning. See, I just needed to talk it out with you guys. That's all I needed to do. Anyway, Okay, bye. Okay, I see you. I need to update. I'm watching some makeup declutters as I get ready, and this is one of my favorite YouTubers. It's Kirsten. She's kind of been MIA lately. She'll randomly upload, but she and I, we used to even like chat like on the phone. I just like her. She's one of those people that she's funny without really trying to be. She just is funny. And she's just honest and like normal, and I just like her. Anyway, I will link her channel and I'll link this video because her collection's ridiculous. I mean, look at all her foundations. And first of all, so I'm just excited. Like, I've been saving this declutter for quite a while. So I'll link the declutter video as well. Go tell her I said hi because I miss her and I want her to upload more. But she reminded me, let me flip the camera around. She just reminded me, like, I haven't done a declutter in a while. I mean, it hasn't been that long, but, and I'll link my declutter playlist if you've never seen them, but there would have drawn a lot of you guys to me. How are you sticking out that far? And I think that's awesome because that's what's drawn me to a lot of other YouTubers. Like, that's why I watch a lot of other YouTubers. And anyway, I'm not going to talk about why I love decluttering because I could talk about that all day. But one thing I've noticed that we all do, myself included, is we really beat ourselves up. If you're like really hardcore into decluttering, you start to beat yourself up about like not getting rid of enough. And I think it's because, you know, like I myself watch so many and I'm like, just get rid of it, girl. You can do it. Just get rid of it, girl. Like, that's me talking aloud to the screen. And like, I feel like, so then when I'm decluttering, I'm like, okay, let's say I have 10 foundations and I'm getting rid of 3 by the end. And then I'm looking at it, I'm like, I should be getting rid of more. So then I like force myself to get rid of some other stuff that maybe I should have, maybe I shouldn't have, you know, whatever. And the reality is it's totally your choice. It's your decision. It's your stuff. But I'm starting to realize, like, you know, there have been times that I'm like, oh, I shouldn't have gotten rid of that. Like, I wish I could compare it right now. And of course, that's more of like a YouTube thing. Or just like, oh man, I saw someone else use that in a video and I didn't think to use it that way. I wish I still had it. You know what I mean? Maybe that's more of a common thing. So I guess what I'm saying is the next time I do declutters, I want to be better about not beating myself up. Like, she's talking about this really expensive foundation she has, and she's like, oh, and her reasoning for getting rid of it is because it's probably gotten old. So that I get, and maybe she should get rid of it, maybe she shouldn't. I don't know. But you know, I can hear her saying like, oh my gosh, like, but I don't want to get rid of it. She's like, but I really should because it is old. And I'm like, I totally get that feeling, and I know so many of you guys do too. And I'm like, you know, if it weren't being old, like if you were getting rid of it just because you're like, you think you don't like it, if you really feel that strongly and you're like, oh, I really don't, then girl, don't get rid of it. You keep that foundation and you don't use it and you leave it. Because I'm like, I don't know. Am I making any sense? I'm sure half of you guys are like, what are you, like, you probably don't even watch declutters. All right, I'm going to shut up. I need to fix this eyebrow. It's driving me crazy. I got to like even that little bad boy out. Anyway, all right, that's my 2 cents. I really don't know. I think I just circled around and never really pinpointed anything, but okay. All right, if you wanted to see that highlighter on, I might have gone a little too much for my taste. Come here, light. Oh, crap, I should have opened it before. There we go. So this is that Kilowatt highlighter. So I originally used like the more matte satin side, and then I put on this sparkly side just there. Might be too much, right? I don't know. I know some people really, really like that kind of a highlighter. And I swear, you little awesome, simple human mirror. I'll link my mirror. It is awesome, but you have to like be right there getting ready to have the light on, you know? But it's like actually decent lighting for when I'm filming, because otherwise, like, look how dark it is. Come on. Now you won't go off. It's still on. Anyway, okay. So I do like it, but again, I'm still trying. This is what I mean. I'm still trying it out because I feel like for me, I'm like, ugh. Also, that blush is like a little too red. We need to calm that down. Okay. So I'm saying this, but I just sprayed my face, so it's still a little wet. But this is the Cover FX mattifying setting spray. It's one of my favorites for like when I'm wanting to kind of get all of my makeup to kind of melt together, but I already have a pretty stellar highlighter on. So I'm like, okay, I don't want to like add any more glow, because like let me see. Like the Peach Mist is a mattifying setting spray. I don't know, maybe it is. I feel like I haven't given this enough time because it's so highly fragranced. I don't love spraying that all over my face every single day. So I like fragrance on a lot of things, but every once in a while, like in a setting spray, I'm like, I don't necessarily want it to have a super strong smell because I'm just putting that all over. I don't know. I'm saying that, and there are like foundations I use that have fragrance, but anyway. But I just really like this Cover FX mattifying setting spray. Randomly, Cover FX is one of those brands that like, sometimes they'll send me something, I know this light is driving you crazy. I'm just going to back up. Sometimes they'll send me something, sometimes I'll buy something, and I'll either love it or hate it. But every once in a while, I'll find a product of theirs that I'm like, this is amazing. Why is no one talking about it? And this is one of those for me that I feel like it's really nice. So like right now, I just sprayed it all over my face and it's finally dried, but I'll usually wait like 5 or 10 minutes and look in the mirror again, and it just looks perfect. So I don't know what it is. I have no idea what makes it supposedly mattifying, but I really, don't drop it, Jess. I really, really like it, and low-key really love the light green packaging. Is that weird? I don't know. I really like it. All right, today's cheese and cracker date is joined by Tyler's homemade hummus and some pita chips and some carrots and celery. And Tyler, what's in your hummus?
Pinocchio's very excited about it. He said, "What can I have?
Do I get some of the cheese from the cheese date?" What is in your hummus? It is so good. You just throw it in a food prop. I've made it a few times, but it's your recipe. I do every time anyway.
It's chickpeas, tahini, lemon juice, kosher salt, garlic,
hot sauce.
a little bit of hot sauce.
What do you use, like Tabasco?
Yeah, and it's just a couple dashes of it, so you really can't, but it just gives a little flavor. So I think that's it.
I will say this, I'm not a big raw veggies person. I love them cooked. I really don't like most veggies raw, but like hummus, that's about the only way I'll do it.
You just gotta coat it in hummus and get it down the
shove it down. But when it's homemade, I mean, that's all good stuff that's in there. So, and it is so delicious. You doubled that recipe. Yes,
I did.
Look at all that hummus. So I have a new mirror. Came in the mail from this company called Mirvana. It was in an Amazon package, so I think it's sold on Amazon. If I can find it, I'll link it. It's kind of cool. Like, it lights up. It's not nearly as bright as like my simple mirror one. That one really lights up your face. Apparently this one can turn. But, you know, like it closes. It's got these magnifications. Interesting. I'll have to try it like in the morning, like actually getting ready. Maybe in tomorrow's Vlogmas and let you guys know, you know, is it bright enough to get ready with? I'm a snob now that I've had this. This was like an amazing Christmas gift. It's not a cheap mirror, you guys. Again, I can link this one too. It's just not cheap. And I had asked for it for Christmas, I want to say maybe last year, maybe the year before. And so it was like my Christmas gift from Tyler, and I love it. I mean, it's not like $1,000, but it's definitely like around 100, if not more. So it's not cheap. I'm not sure about the price of this. So like I said, I'll link this below too, if you're just curious, but stay tuned maybe for tomorrow's Vlogmas. I'll let you guys know in the morning kind of how it is. I'm so curious. I like that it's bigger. I will say that the one thing that this mirror lacks is that, you know, it's a good size, but like this is nice because with this one, you have to be all the way up close because it's naturally magnified, whereas this one is normal. So like, I kind of miss that with that. So then I'll pull a regular mirror I have over here to do that. So anyway, yeah, interesting. I just say how appropriate it is.
Oh, I didn't even
that
notice.
You're wearing.
That's funny.
He's wearing his new Pizza Planet shirt that we got on Etsy. I can link this one below. I found the actual shop. We're eating salad to go along with the homemade pizza that Tyler made. Do you work for Pizza Planet? Maybe.
I don't know.
You could. Actually, this looks a lot like remember the Pizza Planet they had at Disney World? / now it's Pizza Rizzo's and it's the same pizza. Oh, I was just collecting the free smells. Pinocchio was like, I was too. Will you open that again? You've already had your dinner, pup. So we're going to finish, what's it called? The Royal Tenenbaums finally. Mm-hmm. We did not finish it the other day. Yeah. I have some of these sweet cookies that my student made for dessert. I'm eyeing dibs on that one too.
Is that a lemon one too there?
There are lemon, yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be eating that.
Okay, that's all you. I want to try that. It looks like snickerdoodle. I don't know. I love homemade cookies. We should bake some cookies this year for Christmas. Christmas is coming. The goose is getting fat. Da-na-na-na. What is the next one?
Please do put a penny in the old man's hat. If you haven't got a penny, a penny will do. If you haven't got a penny, then God bless you.
Is that only from Muppets Christmas
I don't know.
Carol? No,
I feel like
is
it's
it
gotta
Muppets
be
Christmas
like an
Carol?
old
Song that they were kind of...
Yeah.
Let us know below. Someone's going to know the answer to that. Anyway.
It's like an old English carol or something.
Something like that, yeah. So we are now watching, what is it? Ken Burns' The West. And Tyler's watched a lot of like you've watched the Civil War, the Prohibition one, and I've watched bits and pieces, and I'm always like I feel like you have to be in the right mood for any documentary, but especially Ken Burns ones. But we've been watching like half of the first episode, if you will, of it. It is pretty interesting, and it connects a lot with what I teach like in 5th grade, so it's interesting to hear just a little bit more about it than what I just know, and what I teach and what's in our textbook, etc. But it was made in 96, so the people being interviewed, like the historians and anthropologists, are definitely living in 1996, and it just makes me giggle. It was a different time then. I was 7 years old. That's crazy to think about, Tyler. Think about this. If in 96 the internet was around, but it wasn't like it is today, with like how much is online, like information-wise. So like this actually would have been really helpful if you were like I think about like writing research papers. I'm going to put that in quotes because I was like 8, but where you'd have to get like genuinely get encyclopedias because you couldn't just like look it up online.
Well, it's funny. There was something just the
This
other day.
would have been good for that.
On Home Improvement. There was something because the internet was just coming around then. And it's fun because they get a computer at a certain point, and like they talk about the internet coming around, whatever.
Oh my gosh!
And at one point, they sit down and I don't know if they Google it. I think it's Google, and I don't even know what they're Googling. It's like aliens or something like that. And they said, like they type in aliens, and then they're like, "Oh my gosh, there are thousands of websites about aliens." I'm like, "Gosh, now the results
it's probably
are like
millions." Yeah, absolutely.
But they were just flabbergasted that it was thousands. So like that's funny.
I love seeing stuff like that. Time changed very quickly. Pinocchio.
It's on your face there, bud.
Wow, Pinocchio. He said, I did it. I'm cleaning it off. What did you say?
I went downstairs, and he was in the kitchen, and he was up on the counter licking something from Jessica's ice cream bowl, and got all over his face. Pinocchio, look.
Pinocchio, what's that?
What'd you get on your face? Nothing.
Nothing said.
It was all over the floor. It was all over
just
everything.
Can't get to it.
All right, we gotta go clean.
You saving it for later? Oh, Pinocchio. Here, I get it off. Now you're gonna be all sticky for a while. There we go. Aw, you are the worst. It's super dark. Okay, it's like way too dark. Brighten that. I don't know. Okay, we're in bed watching Bob's Burgers. We'll see you in tomorrow's vlog. Bye, guys. I feel like this looks like the Blair Witch Project.